What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about just how stupid the gaming industry can be right now. I'm not saying that every company is bad or a lot of these AAA projects are worthless. It's more of just a condemnation towards this obsessive push for live service projects. Every game that companies are trying to produce is filled with microtransactions and battle passes, and a lot of times it makes the game, the story, the universe a much worse place to visit. But the reason I'm talking about this today is because WB, Warner Brothers, has released an extended statement saying that their previous two major projects, which are Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and of course Hogwarts Legacy, which is still the highest selling game, one of the biggest projects of last year, they think that live service is the future and that Hogwarts Legacy isn't worth the risk. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm DreamcastGuy, and I hope you're having a very good day. You know, last week I made that short video talking about my mother's death and my father's fight with cancer, and a lot of people have sent very nice messages kind of helping me a lot. I just want to say a quick thank you, and genuinely, I love you guys so much for the support, but let's talk about video games. So here it is. There was an extended financial statement released today by Warner Brothers Games. Now, keep in mind, Warner Brothers Games, they do a lot of stuff. Multiverses, of course, Batman games, of course, stuff like they've worked on projects like freaking Killer Instinct. No, not Killer Instinct. Mortal Kombat. They published Mortal Kombat. So they have a lot of fingers in a lot of different pies. And it seems like they don't understand their own success. Warner Brothers sees a future game strategy involving more live service, mobile, and free-to-play games. Rather than just launching one-and-done console games, how about we develop a game, for example, like Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter, that is a live service game. That way we can get people to live and work and build and play in a world on an ongoing basis. Okay, so immediately, the statement here is incredibly freaking dumb for multiple reasons. Companies have this stupid fixation on the idea of being part of your daily life. Okay, log in every single day for the daily quest. Keep looking at the store filled with microtransactions because the store items are constantly circling out. It makes it where they want to be integrated not just into your spending habits, but in your daily habits, which still just seems like such a weird goal after the success of Hogwarts Legacy. They already made hundreds, like I love this comment by Pio here, they made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in pure profit, not even like net benefit, profit from Hogwarts Legacy. It is the best-selling game of 2023, and they're saying they want to move away from that and towards Suicide Squad style projects, which not only is that game terrible, but it's a flop. Like, how could you take that as the good move to make? Now, Matt Piscatella is a great industry analysis guy. He's been doing this type of stuff for decades at this point. He understands a lot about technology, and yeah, he's taken a lot of L's. He's been wrong about a lot of guesses. I believe he's one of the people that said the Nintendo Switch would flop. That's definitely an L he took, but he pointed out that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was a disappointment for the company, so the plan going forward was to help reduce volatility by continuing to invest in live service games. Basically saying, this game flopped so hard, we need to give them more money, more support, more benefits. Rather than trying to launch one-and-done games, we're going to try and make more stuff you're going to play every day. Like, Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling premium game of 2023, and it's still the number 6 best-selling game of January 2024. Now, that's not what I would call one-and-done, but what do I know? Okay, so I have tons of tweets here because everybody is just... I mean, it's a mixture of laughter and revulsion. I do think a lot of people are genuinely off-put by the fact that WB, who is in charge of making so many games and so many universes, like they're making all this stuff and yet they don't seem to understand success. It's demoralizing. Look at this. Just people saying that this feels dystopian to try and take up a part of your day. Like, what a strange goal. Not to entertain you, not to get market sales, but to be part of your daily habits. Just live and work and build and play, and live and work and build and play is what she says here. And then this is Sam Barlow. Obviously, Sam Barlow, great game director, made a lot of great projects. He made Her Story, he made Immortality, and he says, I just want to spend a few hours feeling closer to another human being's experience, and if possible, experience something transcendental. Is that too much to ask? Man, I love it. Sam Barlow, obviously, the man knows his stuff. He's made a lot of award-winning games, but it's interesting that his take is straight up like, hey, remember when video games were about a story? Remember when they were about having fun? When they weren't about shareholder value? Man, WB has taken the wrong lesson from Hogwarts Legacy's success. They want to go balls deep into live service. Slaughterhouse, which has completely failed them thus far, simply pathetic. I think it's interesting because everybody is basically being like, why would you just take your most underperforming project of the last year, your biggest failure, and take that as your chance to grow? Now, I do want to make it clear, there are good live service games. Like Helldivers 2 is out. Everybody's loving it right now. I'm addicted to it right now. And that is technically a live service game. It does have battle passes, but you know what? Not only is it fun, but it doesn't force you to log in. It doesn't try to carrot on a stick stupid unlockables. It's a game that understands it just needs to be fun. Did you buy it? Well, you bought it for $40. You're definitely going to have $40 worth of fun. Same with Lethal Company and Baldur's Gate 3. These are games that are absolutely a blast with friends. Obviously, Baldur's Gate 3, perfect even by yourself. But more and more, I keep just thinking about the fact that the industry has no idea how these games work. Like, that is the weirdest concept to me, is truly consider the fact that the people writing the checks, the people whose entire job, business executives that are picking which projects get funded, which games we're going to be playing in the next 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, the games we're going to be playing on the next console generation. The people that are picking those games out are the dudes that are being like, all right, how many microtransactions? How many seasons of a battle pass? And it's ridiculous to me because how is that conducive to profitability? How do you even expect to make money if your goal is not to make a fun game, but instead thinking of engagement metrics? Everybody is being like, look, man, live service games can't exist. Free-to-play games can't exist. A lot of these are good. A lot of these are fun. A lot of these aren't terrible cash grabs. But the failure rate is so high. Why keep trying to buy lottery tickets for a chance to not abysmally flop? I'm annoyed at this push towards the current gaming industry because we do still get so many great projects. I don't think at all that games are getting worse. I do think that games are getting better for the most part. I do think a lot of experiences are getting better. Games are getting bigger. It's just this obsession with corporate dickwads trying to shoot the biggest load of cash down their esophagus. When did games stop being about having a damn good time? That's the question. That's the question we all want to answer. WB, good luck, man. I still haven't played Hogwarts Legacy. I actually bought it and never had a chance to play it because I've been so busy. And even now I'm working on like 15 reviews. But you know, that's life. All right, I'm going to go beat the last boss in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and try to do a review of that this week. Then I got to get ready for, some secret stuff I'm probably not allowed to talk about. But tell me your thoughts on this in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Oh, man, can I find it? I don't think I can find it, but they're making mechs soon in freaking Helldivers 2. So when that comes out, I'll probably do a follow-up video just driving a mech for the fun of it. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.